that fell in that specific moment. So it is going to be delayed, the farming that he's going to need here. But you're also going to have to take a look at Juicin already building up at least 2,000 in terms of gold lead, the most out of everyone in the first few minutes of action. And Aqua doing a really good job, just always being involved in those team fights, just like what a regular Juicin person would do.
Yeah, and again, Aurora, they have to make sure that they just continuously scale against RSG. But now, Irad in the squad has a window to work with. 500 is not that much, but now at least they're active with your heroes. Clock of Destiny is already up on Aqua here, and they have the ultimates on their side. Light is just, you know, trying to finish the mission here with just cleanup duty. Daily task, clean up the worms.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if he's there, you gotta get him out of there. Right? The termites, if I should say.
Yeah, that's why I hate Zask, man. That's why I hate Zask.
You gotta get out of it. Renegade.
Renegade looks to re-engage here. I mean, to take a revenge against Light, but the Jawhead is able to flicker out. And Aurora, at least that's a burn on the Jawhead. Even though Renegade used his own flicker, the aggression is minimized on the side of RSG. No flicker play for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think for Renegade, that's something that he could build on in this matchup. You can't catch Kusei, you can't catch Aqua. Maybe go ahead for Light, or maybe go for Nats in this specific scenario, which is a good sign given that they're not really heroes again.
With a final slash, but the unstoppable force was there into the penalty zone, but he's still alive. The Aurora is going to be able to flicker out, but not for long. Skypiercer is here for Irad, but it was actually not with the passive that finishes the job here against the Arlot, and RSG wins on the turtle trade.
I think it's so difficult for Aurora to find themselves in this matchup, specifically because of Light. We've seen him try to put Aurora in difficult positions just by existing, just by being there, using that toss-up, using the unstoppable force whenever necessary for him to stop an engagement, an initiation from the side of Aurora. And this is starting to become RSG, getting their momentum, thriving in at least a 1.5k gold lead. I know that's not much in 5 minutes of action, but when you think about it, this is something that really is going to help Irad, and especially Kusei, because he hasn't even touched, you know, a team fight yet, but he is somewhat getting those objectives.
Yeah, I mean, Aurora is keeping the lid here of RSG, but from the Raiders' perspective, this is an opportunity, a big window they can work with, especially with Harith and the Hayabusa coming into action here, compared to Roger and a Julian who's just constantly farming. And again, as you've mentioned, like the Tigreal usage should be changed, I would say. Like they should need to focus their attention towards this Jawhead, because Light is a big problem at the moment. Like
he's the best.
Sure, Aqua is annoying with a Juicin, but if they take the Jawhead away, there's no stopping them from just steamrolling over RSG.
Yeah, because who's next to do the front line? Nuts? Right? That's going to be the idea here for Aurora. But Light is playing it really smart, just trying to, you know, put the vision and not really engaging fully unless there are like 4 members compared to 2, unless it's a sure team fight that they could win. Just giving out the vision, just dishing out the information that would be critical for them to get objectives around the map. Even though there hasn't really been a lot of objectives that fell down in 6 minutes of gameplay, that has been their recipe for success that got them those 2 turtles, and maybe this 3rd if they do it well.
Yeah, it's just that Aurora has been keen on doing the pendulum swing as well. Edward using the final slash there does not get any in Aqua, knowing that there's no engage whatsoever anymore from the side of Aurora. Goes in the front line, and Demon Kai cannot find the angle here as Irad secures the turtle here for RSG. 2.7k gold lead, much so in XP.
This is what we're talking about for Irad, right? We haven't really seen much from him, and that is a good sign for the side of RSG Philippines, because again, it's Light that's catching the spot. Light, I mean, I didn't even, you know, catch that, but it's Light being caught.
Good pun.
Yeah, it wasn't intended, but okay.
Yeah.
But
oh, Renegade!
Renegade again!
With the Implosion, finally targeting the Jawhead. Actually, oh, that was Aqua that repositioned the Tig near Light, and that is gonna cost the Jawhead's life. Edward finds himself in front of the Juicin, but Aurora, they wanna go and engage. They see Aqua, but the movement speed is there from the Purify, and Aqua is able to live to fight for another day. But that was a crucial mistake by Aqua, putting Renegade near the Jawhead with an Implosion, and now Edward finds a good final slash onto Kusei. No mana, but not engages. He tries to save his friend, and he is able to do so with a penalty zone. Edward
Look at
soaks
this.
up the shadow kill. It's not going to result into a kill, but Aurora is outmaneuvering RSG. A tower in the bottom lane by Toming.
This is what Aurora loves doing, right? Trying to focus on those counter engages and making sure that when RSG is not playing like the way that they used to, they're forcing their opponents to just, find something or fight in the manner that they don't usually fight. Aurora is making sure that they are getting those clashes, those skirmishes that are very important for them to continue and get objectives around the map. Not only that, because even though they haven't really gotten a lot of kills on that one, they've managed to secure an objective down low.
The unstoppable force from Light into the penalty zone, but Renegade finds an implosion. Shadow is there from the Hayabusa. His damage going to be enough. Aqua uses the ultimate and they take down a Tigreal. Where's the damage from Aurora? They don't have it. Yueeee has to flicker out, but it's a Zask without an Ascent, without a Dominator, but Demon Kai goes back, and he takes down Kusei alongside the Worm. Zask and Irad goes down. The Lycan Pound from Doming shuts down RSG.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. Doming coming out of nowhere, just landing on that Lycan Pounce, and it followed that quad shadow that was given by Irad. And as at this moment, they don't have any retribution holder, and it's Demon Kite who showed at the perfect time. As we take a look at this, they even got the Lord. Demon Kite was right behind. Juicin, I thought, was about to escape, and then all of a sudden, Yueeee just, last saving grace, a final stun that led to a Demon Kite actually taking them, and that was the perfect time for Doming to just zigzag his way to a kill for Aurora, who is now holding the lead before 10 minutes of gameplay.
That was a trip by Doming, like zigzagging like that with the Lycan Pound, but also Demon Kite.
He's tripping.
I think he one-shotted a hero on the side of RSG because of the sheer damage output from the Julian. And Aurora now holds the lead, and they have the Lord. 20 seconds, Renegade is going to have a flicker. This is a big problem for RSG. If you're Aurora, you want to delay this push as much as possible. Wait for the flicker tick.
It's 7K for the junglers and the gold laners of both respective teams. That's a mid lane turret going down.
10 seconds. Edward finds a final slap into Kosei! And Yueeee, with the follow-up, takes down the Harriet and RSG. They're in trouble right now. Aurora is at cleanup duty.
They're having a hard time just trying to defend, especially with Kosei out of the picture. Not a lot of wave damage or wave clearing here for the side of RSG, so they're gonna have to, sacrifice those holy defenses just to make sure that every single minion is gonna go down. Fortunately for them, they were able to do just that, but the problem is Aurora is now at a comfortable 3.4k gold lead. Not only that, Doming is unscathed, and everybody else is getting in motion.
And RSG, as much as they want to raid bases, they're now stuck in their own base. Renegade with the conceal. Can he flicker on Light not to use the penalty zone to try and stop the Tig from being able to find an opportunity to engage? But that's the ultimate being burned for the trade of the concealed cooldown on the side of Aurora.
I mean, we're gonna have to just wait for less than a minute before they would initiate that clash for the side of RSG, because that is a crucial one. It is gonna be enough though, because the Lord will arrive in less than 45 seconds of gameplay, but Aurora is just, checking RSG's number here. Now Light, who used to be a very aggressive, who's just going very strong, very brave, finding wherever Aurora members are. They're having a hard time doing it now.
Because truth be told, we were right. Renegade doesn't really want to find kills on the backline. Doesn't really want to find sets onto Kusei and Irad. He sets on whoever is in front. And that is Light. That's why RSG, now it feels awkward to go in front. Even if you're a jawhead, you have to use the unstoppable force, which he did earlier. It was a good play from Light. He used it against the Aurora. He stopped from being final slashed. But unfortunately, because of that, if you use the unstoppable force on the front line, Renegade will always be able to find a counter engage on the backside.
Yeah, and if it's just Jawhead and Tigreal going up against each other, that's fine for Aurora. Because if it's a 4v4 matchup going up against the rest of the members that are not roamers, it's Aurora with a 4.2k gold lead. And that is a good sign for them now, which RSG needs to find a way to just take control once again.
10 players here in the Lord. Whoever gets this can turn the tables around. Definitely Aurora is looking to secure this Lord, to secure their game victory against RSG. But of course, the Raiders are not done defending their chance to go for the third game of this series. But they all have flickers, they all have their spells. The purifiers are also up. But Kusei, he has to defend top lane.
Yeah,
this might be Aurora's chance.
He's
to use the
seen now.
conceal. They see Nox! And they engage on the Terizla and whoever is in front. Light with the conceal. He does not get anybody! Demon Kite was able to dash out.
my.
And Jawhead is gonna go down. Immortality pop, but it's not gonna matter. Aurora has already won this team fight. Irad will do his best to try and look for a position here to steal the Lord. But they find him. They find the shadow, the looming shadow of the Hayabusa. And there's no way out for RSG as Irad goes down.
As soon as Kusei was seen in the battlefield, there is no way Aurora was gonna let that go. Beautiful call from Renegade to just use that conceal and initiate in terms of the team fight and find them again.
It's the checklist too. Like they see the Harith on top, they engage on whoever is in front, and after that, even if they take 2 heroes, they're not done. They look for the jungler. It's the objectives. It's the macro of Aurora. This is the beauty of this playstyle. This looks like Blacklist Lord Dance 101.
I mean, if you take a look at it, right? It's Light that immediately disappeared in terms of that team fight. Light also missing. That was a crucial blunder from the side of RSG. It would have been a different scenario, maybe 1 or 2 kills less, if Light has managed to just toss at least 1 crucial Aurora member, but that wasn't the case. A touch from Aurora has led them to this, and
Oh
now
my goodness,
they
look at this.
just might be able to finish this game.
Retribution to slow down the Hayabusa, force out the shadow. Now the Lord is inside the base of RSG. Can the Raiders hold? Aurora is smelling it. They can taste the victory here against RSG. Final slash by Edward. Penalty zone by Nuts is a big one. But it's not going to be enough. The damage is not there. Doming with the jump. Look at the damage output of the Zaz onto the Terizla. It's annoying, and it is going to kill the Terizla. The body of it cannot take it, and Aurora says lights out for RSG. And Aurora will have their lights up as they take the 2-0 sweep versus